What is up, future millionaires? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Ellie Talks Money. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about some steps you can take to get $25,000 in business funding. All right, so grab your notebook, grab a pen, and let's get into these gems.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
All right, y'all, so some of the first methods I'm going to be talking to you all today about getting business funding are specifically using business credit. Now, this means you being able to access a business loan or a business line of credit without being a personal guarantor. And so some of the ways that you can do this are actually by using certain payment processor companies, and then you're able to qualify for working capital. So, number one thing you're going to need to do in order to make this happen is you need to make sure you are not using Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle in your business model. Listen, I understand it's super convenient for a quick form of payment, but in order for you to get these working capital loans and lines of credit, you must use a payment processor and have that money going into your business bank account. So Square, Stripe, PayPal, QuickBooks, they offer working capital programs that you can qualify for by simply having your payments go through there. And the best thing is you're able to qualify for these working capital payments within 60 to 90 days of using the payment processor. So it's not that you need to do this for 6 months or a year. It's relatively quick, relatively soon that you can actually start to qualify for this funding. And the great thing is once you get your first amount in working capital, when you make your payments and you take care of that account, which I know you will, then you're able to ask for increases, and it really becomes a forever line that you can get and renew over and over and over again. So for example, with PayPal or Square, you want to ensure that if people are purchasing a service or a product from you from your business, even if Cash App is tempting, instead get a Square reader. So if you're in person, you're doing pop-up shops, have them tap their card to pay or swipe their card, or you can directly send them a text message. There are lots of modern ways to make it quick so that you're able to have all those sales run through your processor. Because the way that working capital program works is they look at how much on average your business is making on a monthly basis, and they use that to determine the amount that they're going to lend to you, as well as other combinations such as your business credit score. They ask you for your EIN, they do run your business credit. So you want to make sure that in addition to having your business bank account and using payment processors, that you do have a good business credit score. So let me jump into that. Now that you guys understand how you are going to get working capital, let's make sure that you also have a really good business credit score. So number one thing, you know that you are going to need to diversify your trade lines. So we want to have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I've shared this with you guys before, so I'm going to make sure I link some of my top business credit videos down below, but you want to make sure that you have different trade lines and a diversity of accounts and that you're paying them all on time, because when they run your report, they're going to be looking to see, okay, is this person making payments? Is this person consistent? And that will further increase how much they decide to lend to you. So it's super, super important. The value of life insurance is unmistakable because as you are planning for your future, that also means planning for your legacy. If you have a family-owned business, you have a job, you have private loans, you want to make sure that all of those things are covered if you pass away. And that is why I absolutely love this company called Ethos. They make it so easy to access a term policy online, and they make it fast, easy, and affordable to do so. If you are the breadwinner in your home, having a term policy that covers your peak earning years is super important because you want to ensure that your family, your loved ones are able to maintain their life and go after their goals even if you are not here. So traditionally, life insurance has been really complicated, sometimes unaffordable, and generally has taken so long. But with Ethos, because of the fact that their application process and quote is completely online, you are able to finish this process in minutes instead of weeks. There are no health exams, no blood tests. You just need to answer a few health questions. And that makes it so much easier so you can rest easy and get back to doing what you love, which is being with your family. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how easy it is to access your quote on Ethos, and you are going to be shocked at how fast this process is. So what I want you to realize is that life insurance goes up every year about 8 to 10%. So the sooner you get on here and get your quote with Ethos, the faster you are able to start getting the coverage. So as you can see here, you're going to enter your sex, your age, your zip code, answer a few health questions, and in just a few minutes you have a quote that you can use to go ahead and secure your life insurance. I cannot wait for you to get on this process and start this journey. So click the link down below to get your quote with Ethos today. Now, a third way that I want to mention to you as how you can get $25,000 in business funding is you guys should definitely be considering grants. Right now, we are just a few months away from the height of grant season, and I can tell you guys one grant that's offering $50,000 as soon as February 2023, and that is the FedEx grant, okay? That is a $50,000 grant, and there are different winners, which is a great way for you to get free money into your business. Now, of course, that's not the only one. There are grants that you can find through the government, private grants, the Minority Business Development Agency, which actually exists in every state and pretty much each major city. They also have grant resources. I also want to make sure you guys make it super easy on yourself and get my list of 700 grants plus my grant templates. I'm going to link those down below. You can purchase that through my academy, Ellievatedacademy.com, and I'm going to link it down because you need to be able to save time. You don't want to have to be finding all the grants and figuring out how to apply to them. I take care of that for you by giving you a list of 700 that I personally found myself and templates to help you write really good grant proposals that you can feel confident in. And what's great about grants is that that is free money. So if you win a $5,000 grant here, a $10,000 grant here, and another $10,000 grant, each of those are money that you get into your business that you do not have to pay back. You're able to use those towards things like inventory, marketing, maybe you have rent, maybe you want to hire people on your team. The key thing is just making sure that you have a clear budget so you can explain exactly what you would be using that money for. That's really going to help you win. So these are some key ways that you can get $25,000 into your business, and the first way that I mentioned doing working capital is definitely something you want to start working on now. You may even be able to qualify for those as soon as you open an account, but you definitely want to make sure that you've got your business bank account, you're using your payment processors, you're really running this as a 7-figure business. Just because you haven't made your first 6 or 7 figures yet doesn't mean you shouldn't operate as though you have, okay? So I want you guys to comment below what questions you have on this and what other needs do you guys have with regard to funding. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys all the gems, all the sauce, all the things that you guys need to do. Now, something else I want you to keep in mind is that when you are getting funding into your business, I tell you guys to leverage OPM to create new income streams and to buy assets. But let me make this clear. This $25,000 that you'll receive into your business, you can leverage your business loan and your line of credit, but for grants, you have to use the money on what you said you're going to use the money on. That is not the situation where we want to leverage it and use a part of the grant money to go purchase property or go buy a vending machine or put a car in our business name. A lot of the time, because these grants are free money, what they'll do is ask you for a follow-up in a couple months. So they'll want to know, what did you spend it on? What improvements have you seen? And so if you've used a part of that on buying some vending machines, they are not really feeling that. So it's really important that when you are looking at leveraging OPM, that you are using, a business line of credit a business loan, a refi, a business credit card, things like that, versus a grant. Because a lot of the time grants do want to know, what did you spend the money on? And they kind of want to get a follow-up. So you don't want to be in a position where you're doing that. But that's why this is so important, understanding how to get $25,000 in business funding and understanding where to get it and how to use it, because not only is this going to make a big difference in your current business, but it'll make a big difference in whatever businesses you're able to start in the future. So comment down below what questions you have, and again, make sure you get that grants masterclass with the list, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.